Hello guys, good day and welcome back to my channel.
So sometimes not too far ago, I uploaded a tutorial on how to cut and sew this stylish ball dress, but I did not talk about how to cut the roses on the chest. And I got some comments requesting for how to cut or how to make the roses. Someone even said the main reason she watched that video is to see how the roses were made. Guys, I decided to make a separate video on how to make these roses. So if this sounds like what you're interested in, come along with me. Let's make these roses together. To achieve this, you'll be needing fabric of your choice, hemming gum, button, feather, then glue gum or any fabric gum that you have. Then I'm going to be using this small piece because I'm just doing this for tutorial sake. I used the roses earlier, so I'm not using this particular one. I'm just using it to make tutorials. So you are going to fold your fabric into two just to get the middle, and then you notch the middle. When you are done doing that, you pick up your hemming gum and then you arrange it from the beginning to the middle where you notched. You are going to arrange this twice, two layers. You can even do three layers or four layers. It depends on how thick you want the rose to come out. So when you get to the middle, you start again and arrange it. There is this wide hemming gum they sell now. If you have that, you don't have to go through the stress of arranging one after the other. You can just use that twice or three times. It's better. So after then, you are going to cover it up with the other side, and you are going to pick up your iron that you've plugged and it's very, very hot. If your iron is steaming, you don't have to pour water on your fabric. You are going to press that as much as possible. Press it very well, as neat as possible. Don't let there be any fold or any form of squeeze. Like I said, you can put the hemming gum three times to thicken the fabric more. It depends on the texture you want to achieve. So you're going to pick up a piece of paper, then you're going to draw out the pattern that you want to cut out from your fabric on a piece of paper. I used this particular pattern. You can use any pattern of your choice. It's still the same process. It's just the shape that is going to differ. So when I was done cutting that out, I placed it on my fabric. I folded my fabric into two just to save time because I want to cut it out two at a time. So you're going to place that on the fabric and then you proceed to cutting out as many as you want. Per rows, I used seven per rows. So I'm going to be cutting out seven, and that seven, four is going to be the basement, like the first layer, and then three is going to be the second layer. So the second layer, that's the upper layer now, is going to be a little bit smaller than the lower layer. So three is going to be smaller in size than four. So that is four and this is three for the upper layer. I hope you guys are getting what I'm saying. Then you pick your big size needle, you double pass your thread and then you tack it the way I'm tacking it. You tack the first four first, that's the lower layer. Just tack it the way I'm tacking it. It's that simple. Guys, I can promise you that this fabric is not going to fray or pull out as long as you've pressed it very well with the hemming gum. It is not going to fray. Even after washing, it's not going to fray. The tip is going to be as neat as that. So after tacking the four together, just look for a way to like arrange it, let it form what you are trying to achieve, and then you tighten it, let it be very, very firm. You can even go back to tack like two, three, four, 5 times just to secure it down very, very, very tightly. So when you are done doing that, you are going to pick the second layer. You're not going to cut out the thread though. You will pick the second layer. When I was done doing the first one now, it's already looking like a rose. This is what I have. So you pick up the second layer, which is the tree now, and then you're going to tack it the same way you tack the first one. Then you are going to arrange it the same way you arranged the first one, and then you just stack like three, four, five places just to secure it down very, very firmly. So when I was done tacking, this is what I have. My rose is like 80% ready, and this is the other side of it at this point. So you're going to pick up your button, and then you are going to tack it as well on top of it as firm as possible. Just tack your button as firm as possible. So after tacking the button, you are going to pick up your feather.
And detach it from the string. At this point, you can now cut out your thread. So pick up your feather, detach as much as you want from the string.
Please guys, if at this point you are still watching my video and did not subscribe, please kindly subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you get notified when next I upload new video on this channel. So the next thing to do is to pick up your glue gum that is hot already, and then you are going to neatly apply some underneath the button. Lift up the button and then you apply some underneath it round. You can use any fabric gum of your choice, like I said, UHU, B6000, B7000. They work perfectly well as well. So you are going to still lift up your button and then you pick up your feather and you arrange it underneath the button, all round underneath the button. Just make sure it is as neat as possible so that the gum doesn't stain the fabric. And after doing this, I have something looking like this. It is so beautiful. I hope somebody finds this helpful. Thank you so much for watching from the beginning till this point. So basically, this was how I made all the roses that I used for those dresses that I made. I made 7 of those dresses. So imagine the number of roses I made, and each dress has 3, and there is one on the little bag as well. So thank you so much for watching. This is the one I made for the dresses
I made. If you've not seen that video, there are two videos actually, the cutting and the sewing video. I put the link in between this video. You must have been seeing links popping up, and I'm also going to put the link in the description box below, so you should check it out so that you understand what I'm trying to say.